The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Well, the captain of the ship is not here today on Christmas Eve, so
we got the big boss.
I got the rudder myself, and with us, Everson Walls and Nate Newton steps in to help us.
Nathaniel.
Thank y'all, man. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited, man. I got a prediction, or a dream, or a fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that the Cowboys will at least sign back 15 of their free agent defensive players.
15. Well, good, because Jerry Jones talked about a bright future for this team, the way some of the young guys have stepped up and played on this day. Bill Jones had to do a little family deal today, and so we excused him for that. Nate says that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
So we'll carry on here on DallasCowboys.com on a very rainy Christmas Eve. Anybody have to come in on a boat?
Oh, no, not yet. I mean, the rain don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get to you to give you your gifts.
Oh, no.
This is a tough day. You know, everybody's trying to get last-minute shopping done.
Yes.
Right.
And then the rain is just out there. And I'm glad mine is done. It's good to have a good family that likes to get out there and shop for you. You just give them a card and let them go do what they
Give them a card and hope they're a soft budget.
Right. Yeah. You don't want.
You got a cap like the Cowboys.
Yes, you want a hard budget. Cap. You want a hard budget.
Well, there was a bunch of gifts in the locker room today. It looked like Dak Prescott's initials were on a bunch of them. But
golly, I sure need to go down there and talk to him.
Right?
He could get you a gift.
Troy used to get you something?
Oh, yeah, we can depend on that. Yes, sir. Bad season,
let's go talk
good.
to Dak, man. You go tell a couple of jokes, man.
Yeah.
Santa Dak,
stuff,
right?
Wow.
Did you guys have a Santa?
No, we did not have a Santa.
That didn't start when you were playing, huh?
No, we did not. You know, he got to remember, he forgets those old days.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have all the empathy and inclusion like they have today.
Yes.
And everybody didn't have shoe deals.
No, we had shoe deals, but they were horrible deals. they were. We didn't treat it right.
Deals.
They didn't treat it right. We would draw. Right. We would wear the wrong shoe, and we spat our shoes, and we draw the emblem on the side that we were beholding to.
Right.
And usually, you know, if you were supposed to have ponies on, you know, you put some Adidas on because the Adidas fit better.
Ponies. People don't know what ponies were.
See what I'm saying? So we draw the little pony on the outside of it. They kind of got hip to that. And
well, look, the guy that's been having trouble with his shoes here of late is CeeDee Lamb.
What's going on?
He ain't wearing the right cleats or the right colors.
What do you mean?
And he's getting fined.
Has he?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean the right colors?
He'd been wearing those. I don't know if it was the color. He was wearing those like bright green things.
Yeah.
And he said he kept getting fined that he had the wrong shoes on. They didn't match the uniform.
That's what they have to match the uniform.
Well, that's what he said.
Is that how it goes, Nate? Did you know?
I guess. I mean, I wish I had that much money just to give away to like that. I mean, thank you, CD, for your charity. Your charity probably saying thank you.
Yeah, he needs some write-offs.
Yeah,
he could definitely use some write-offs this year.
But
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Well, they have. You know, it's
in basketball. You could do that. You could
just wear whatever you want.
Right.
I just hope we pay Chauncey Golson enough where he can get him a shoe deal and get paid enough.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm stuck on that. Mm-hmm. I've been stuck on that for like 3 weeks now.
On Chauncey?
You're big on Chauncey?
I'm Watkins. Yeah, I mean, I need him back. Kendricks another year. Yeah, I mean, I need him back. Yeah. I need players, man. I'm hurting bad, man. I don't want this thing to come down to the last 5 seconds of every game where, you know, heart attack about to come on.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. We need to keep these players.
Yes.
We talk about how we got the big players, the big money, and just a couple of guys. And we've got all these guys down here that we really need.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, if we could just tie these guys in and they could continue with the motivation and the momentum that they've had so far. Do they still do this thing where you can, as a player, if I'm Dak or if I'm CD, like, hey, take some of my money and take care of the rest of the guys?
Well,
is that something that we talk about that?
They
but is
do
that a
that.
true process that can happen?
What you can do, and they will do it with Dak's press. I mean, it's already in his contract. The mechanism, probably with CDs, that you basically pay them a restructure bonus. So whatever their base salary is, you say, okay, here's $30 million. And then we'll reduce the base salary and spread the $30 million over the rest of the contract. But what happens now is if you keep putting those voided years at the end, like adding, like they did for Zach Martin, when you get to the end, and if he doesn't play next year or they don't sign him to an extension, if he retires, he's going to cost $17 million. So at some point, that money catches up to you on the salary cap. But they're not giving anything up. They're just getting their money instead of
deferred.
1/18 of the season. You get it right now. Right. And then whatever your base salary becomes, then you get paid over each week.
So I'm sure that's what we're looking at.
So that's what will happen.
All the Goldstons and guys like that.
And providing that they don't reach free agency and somebody money whips them like they did Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong. Because Armstrong and Chauncey kind of a little bit in the same boat, although Armstrong had more sacks.
Let me tell you what, fellas. If you don't sign these guys, you're going to be trying to find guys off the street, and you're going to be trying to draft. We don't have 25 draft choices. We only have 6 or 7 at the most.
Right.
So you have to, go out and sign these guys because you know who can play now, and you know who can't play. And you're going to have and I understand if we were one, now I ain't talking about one player away because Parsons, as great as he is, I don't think he can defeat 5 offensive linemen by himself. I just really don't.
He has tried.
He can do 2.
He has tried.
You better. It is a time to bump yourself up against the wall because these next 3 years are going to be crucial because all you have is draft picks. Okay, if you're not going to go out into free agency and spend some money in free agency, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. But this season cannot pass like seasons has passed saying, well, we're up against the cap. Okay, we just let this guy go to this guy team and they better, and he's better. We let this guy go to this team, they better, and they in the playoffs. We can't continue to have that roll over. At some point in some time, Mr. Jones and his group of guys might say, you know what, fellas? I know he may be a little bit high, but we got to sign some of these guys because they have shown great promise. They have beaten some decent teams this year, the Cowboys have. And what is the reward for the fans being patient? You can't say to them, well, we're up against the cap.
Got to let the guy go.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, what do you want to do without?
Go over the cap.
Well, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
It may cost you a little bit to go over the cap.
Well, it costs you first-round draft choice.
Well, go over the cap.
No, you can't.
Go over the cap. I mean, you got to bump it up.
cannot go over the cap.
You got to bump it up.
No, you cannot go over the cap.
Okay, what's the
So
recommendation?
do we have a cap raising situation?
Otherwise, they start taking guys off your roster. Not only do they take draft choices,
no, you're right.
they'll go from the bottom and say, okay, you're $5 million over the cap. All right, this guy's making $800,000, he's out. This guy's making $1 million, he's out. And they just keep going and going until you're under the cap if you don't do it yourself.
You know what, man? I don't think Mr. Jones a trillion, billion, multi.
It's not about his money.
No, I'm talking. I ain't talking about his money. Let me finish. I ain't talking about his money.
You're talking about innovation, huh?
I ain't talking about his money. I'm talking about his brain. His brain is smart enough to work this. He is the innovator of the cap. He the one started with the draft picks. He the one invented the card for the draft picks. So you can't tell me a man that smart can't figure out how we can outsmart this league and keep some of our players.
He's making a profit while still losing. So he's pretty damn good at making money.
I'm talking about these kids done grow. We can't let let it happen, Mick. I mean, you need to go talk to Mr. Jones or Steven.
There's a market out there. You guys wanted free agency.
No.
No, you did.
No.
You did.
You can't tell me that Detroit Lions ain't swimming in deep waters. They got depth and they got front end talent.
Baltimore Ravens.
You mean
the
to tell
Baltimore
me?
Ravens.
Yeah. So I'm saying it can be done. I'm not saying that we'll all be around here with no teeth because they got to pull every teeth out of our head to make this happen. I'm talking about we smart enough to get some dentures, some backup dentures. Come on now. I'm giving Mr. Jones all the credit.
I know you are.
I am saying that it's nowhere in the world that if we lose three, a Chauncey, Watkins, and then whoever else that third guy is, I don't even want to imagine losing Osa. He's just starting to find his sea legs in this defense.
Right. Okay.
So
I'll give you.
You got to keep some of them guys.
I give you Osa.
Okay.
What if I give you Osa, but I can't afford Chauncey?
Okay, I'll go for that.
All right.
I'll go for that.
That's the decisions they have
Yeah,
to make.
yeah. And so, I mean,
I'm just being realistic.
I understand about you really. I ain't going to say realistic. I understand about you real.
I'm real.
But I'm sorry. I derailed your show. I'm sorry.
No. This is exactly what I wanted to hear.
Because
when we do our Q&A, that's the first thing, the first question we get all the time is why aren't we better in free agency? So we start talking about teams that got better and somehow still surviving under the cap. Baltimore is one team. They've got many superstars on this team, many players that are contributing to that culture, especially on the defensive end. Yet you're still able to keep your quarterback happy. You're still able to bring in some wide receivers. And, of course, you're still able to bring in Derrick Henry. So we always look at other teams and wonder how they're able to do it, and then we're over here singing the same song. So you can imagine that's why the fans are feeling
okay,
it.
so,
I have the answer.
Okay, so
I've heard one of our top CEOs say, we draft them, we develop them, and we re-sign them. Let's do the re-signing part.
Well, the re-signing part, the second quarter, the second contract.
Steven good at that. I like what Steven said.
Okay, so tell me this. You brought up Detroit. Mm-hmm. Who other than the quarterback and the defensive end who's now on injured reserve?
And the wide receiver?
Which wide receiver's making big runs?
Simone, St. John, Simone.
Saint Amon Ra.
Whatever his name, Mona Lisa.
Amon Ra.
Mona Lisa is signed.
What contract's he on?
He's on a big contract, I think.
Is he?
Look him up. Look him up now. Go out there and look.
We don't have Bill here. Bill,
brother, I'm telling you.
Is he making what CD's making?
No, you don't have to make what CD's making.
Well, I'm telling
the thing that I'm trying to tell you.
No,
the thing
listen.
that I'm listening.
No,
I'm
listen.
listening. I am listening with one ear.
I know.
And talking out of this big old mouth.
Out the side of your mouth on the other.
Okay, let me take my thing. Okay, now go ahead and talk, Mick. You see walls? I'm make walls. Check this out. I'm making sure.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead on.
So, you said he's not making what CD's making.
No, he's not.
Well, how come?
Because
that helps their salary cap, right?
The thing is.
So, do you want CD or do you want Tolbert being your number one receiver?
The thing, no, it ain't
Who,
about
by the
that.
way, said
it ain't
he
about
suffered
that.
his pinky.
Do we need to go to a break? Let me help you.
No break yet.
We got a break. One more minute.
No break yet.
Yeah, we got one more.
Matter of fact, Tolbert said he hyperextended his pinky finger and the bone broke through the skin.
Damn.
Now, how do you hyperextend something and it comes through the skin?
It had to come in through the
bottom. It's got a break,
it had to come through. Did it come through the bottom?
Or if it
The
hyperextends at one of your knuckles, maybe?
See, that is the problem. You done detoured these people off of free agency and signing back players like Tobit.
They're salivating out there.
Yeah,
Nate.
I can't.
They're salivating out there. They want to hear from Nick.
I can't
They want to
talk-
hear from the shot.
I can't talk free agency if you're not realistic.
I'm being realistic.
No, you're not.
I'm being
Y'all
realistic.
want St. Brown's contract?
What?
4 years, $120 million.
Okay.
Average 30. Signing for 16.5.
Okay.
All
And
right.
I'm just being out. I knew he had signed a new contract.
77 guaranteed.
Yeah, I knew he had signed. Mick, I'm gonna help you.
All right.
I'm going and see, the thing that I don't like doing is if you have a model that has worked and nothing has been wrong with that model, now you tweak the model. Okay, for the last 8 years, since we signed that cornerback a lot of years ago for a lot of money, we haven't signed a big name player. I'm with that. But if you choose not to go that route, I'm 100% with you. But when you draft a guy in the 4th or the 6th round and he turn out to be better, now you see this coming. He's not strapped like a first rounder. You got to figure out a way. Hey, this dude coming. Like Chauncey, we didn't see this. Nobody saw this, that he could set an edge and be better than an average player. He's good. You got to pay him. You got to find a way. Because if you let Chauncey go, and I know Osa agent saying, boy, you started slow, but we rolling now. So we don't know how that's going to work out.
Well, I told you, which one do you want if you have to make a decision?
Give me both of them.
Well, that's not what I asked.
I understand what
What
you
if I
asked.
can't?
You will. You will find a way.
If son number 1 wants this fancy car and you buy it for him, and son number 2 wants the same car and you go, sorry, can't afford it.
Well,
you
see,
gotta
son
wait.
number 1 is number 11. So son number 1 gonna get the car. Son number 2,
He just gonna-
and see, son number 2 is Osa. You take what we give you.
See, that's my point. Thank you. You just made it, right? Unfortunately, team number 3 says, I'll pay you what son number 1's getting.
They ain't gonna do that now.
Okay, well, you're hoping. All right, we're going to continue this on Mick Shots here. Nate, Mickey, and Everson on DallasCowboys.com.
Hilarious. Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
The Medal of Honor is our country's highest military award for valor in combat. More than 40 million individuals have served in the armed forces since the Civil War. Fewer than 4,000 have received the Medal of Honor. The National Medal of Honor Museum will be a place to preserve these legacies and inspire America. It's being built right next door to the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. Help us honor our country's greatest heroes. Learn more and get involved at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Amanda Foster has been named your 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan for her dedication to the team and spicing up the game. Vote for Amanda to be named the ultimate NFL fan of the year at NFL.com/fan of the year.
And we continue here on Mick Shots looking forward, and maybe we'll look forward to Sunday and the following Sunday because there's still 2 games to play. Is there not?
It's 2 games for us to win, Mick.
Okay.
2 games for us to win.
So I'm glad you said that because it occurred to me that if they can get to 9-8, have a winning season, this would be 4 consecutive winning seasons.
Wow, that'd be nice.
The club record, we know, you were part of the end of it, right? 20 straight.
Yep.
1966 through 85.
Wow.
The next longest you were part of, 91 through 96, so 6 straight. The next one, 2005 through 2009, 5 straight.
Who was coaching?
2005 through 9 would be Parcells for 2 years and Wade Phillips for the other 3, right? And 4 straight would be the next longest streak in club history.
That's saying a lot, considering what's been going on this season.
Right?
I would not have said that.
If you could get to 9-8.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's Nate's goal.
Right.
Win the next 2 games.
This thing, to me, is I've had a great year. I think that I saw this in training camp.
The soft rebuild.
Yeah, and I'm sticking to that. And I'm just happy. Every week I've asked almost every podcast group, who is the next head coach? Because everybody wanted Coach McCarthy gone.
Right.
Now, I'm asking the same question. Now I'm getting from his head gonna roll. He won't see the 6th game or the 8th game to now, if he can win. So it's a caveat now. So I'm like, you know what, fellas? You either believe in this guy or you don't.
Right.
I believe in Coach McCarthy.
12-5, man.
Yeah.
12-5.
Yeah, I believe in him, and I think he should be here. Signed at a nice contract for a nice amount of years. They are developing players. He's taken this and put it back in Mr. Jones' hands. He's taken this team and Mr. Jones, here you go. Choose who you want to sign, but you got to give me a little bit more this offseason.
Because I actually have a team here.
Yeah.
I actually have a team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Everson.
So when you mention the head coach, the 2 other consecutive winning seasons were spread over 2 coaches, right? 2005, we just said, 2009, 91 through 96, spread over 2 coaches. So the only other winning streak was 1 coach, Tom Landry.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And now the next streak, 1 coach, is Mike McCarthy, if they get to 9-8. And that's kind of got to be the goal. I think that's why you keep playing.
Yeah.
That's why you're not saying, okay, we're going to see what Trey Lance has to do. Jerry answered it today on his segment.
What did he say? I wanted to hear
He
that.
basically, they asked him that question, and he says the priority right now is what gives us the chance to be successful on the next play, the next series, the next quarter, the next game. And it's Cooper Rush because they want to win. And I think they probably have an idea what Trey Lance is, and they feel like that winning would be important going forward. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I think considering where we are and considering what you have to, I guess, play with, I would use Trey Lance a lot more in the ball game.
So it's like give him a series?
I wouldn't give him a series, no.
Play?
I would give him a play on a particular situation.
The Arch Manning approach?
Yeah, I would do that. I would not give him consecutive plays. I might give him a play on a consecutive series if he needs it. We're talking 4th and 1, we're talking 4th and goal, 3rd and 1, something like that.
So like a special package.
For him that we know used to do the same thing with Cordell Stewart, right? Just have a package just for him back in the day with Pittsburgh. So I could see them doing more of that just to kind of give him a little taste of what it's like to be part of this success. Because right now we're exhibiting some success that we weren't aware of. And Cooper Rush is handling that very well. So I think Trey getting a piece of that, I think that'll make him feel better about who he is going forward.
So speaking of Cooper Rush, you want him back?
Want him back where?
Here. He's a free agent next year.
It's two things that I've never changed and I will never change. I'm about winning and winning only. And Cooper Rush, after that, gives us the best chance to win. I'm with giving Trey Lance a package. Give him this package before the game. Give him this package on a clipboard and let him go through series, and that's where he needs to stay. That's just where I want him at. Right. See, because the bottom line is this right here. In this league now, it ain't like when we was coming through Everson, where you could give players series because you wasn't going nowhere. You wasn't. I don't care what you did. Everson raised all type of age. Trade me. I don't want to be here. I need a new contract. They used to just smile at him. Okay, he'll get over it. We'll give him a little something. Now, Trey Lance is gone. After this year, we did not take his fifth-year option, did we?
No.
But
they paid him something.
Okay, and he finna leave on something.
Right.
He's gonna leave on that something.
Yeah, the guy is gonna leave. And so if you believe that you prospered through this year of turmoil, these bad losses, these whoopings we've taken, these experiences these kids have went through, if you believe that you got a better turn for next year, Trey Lance don't fit. I mean, as athletic as the kid is, as great potential as he's had, and I'm an advocate of you got to let him grow, but not right now. And see, every year that we hold off makes him rustier. It makes other talent come in saying, well, that Trey Lance was a thing of the past.
And his value decreases.
Yeah, it's decreased. So you either got to put him in the game. See, I'm not like you, Walls. You either going to put him in the game and let him play, or if he's going to be a gadget player, let's tell the world, hey, man, he's a gadget player for us.
Right.
Like number 9 is, like Deuce Vaughn was supposed to be. So if he's a gadget player, that's fine. But if he is seriously a candidate as a quarterback on your team, you have to let him play.
So by not letting him play, what does that tell?
That hurt. They ain't telling me. You got to tell Walls. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. See.
I think they're telling you what they think.
Right? But I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
Hey, man, if he don't never play, I don't care.
So Everson really didn't have to go through this, but what did 1990 do for your team going to 91? You finished 7-9,
right?
But you had
and we was waiting on somebody else to help us to get in the playoffs.
You had some success at the end of the year until Troy got hurt.
That's right.
Right? So did that success help carry over to 91?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Yeah,
and once again, different circumstances. Wasn't nobody going nowhere. See, you can build. Just think if there was no salary cap, if Everson them wouldn't have held out for guys to have more money, I'm just calling it what it is.
Man. I'm listening.
If you and Randy and Tony wouldn't have held out so these guys could prosper, we'll be excited. This nation, Cowboy Nation, would be excited because just think if nobody was going nowhere.
That was a coach's dream.
Yes.
It was a coach's dream, but it was a player's nightmare, though. It was a player's nightmare, though,
Because there wasn't free
agency. Coach's dream.
This team.
It was almost like, at least like college, where you had 4 years to develop somebody, right?
Yeah.
Mick,
you could screw over who you wanted to screw over as a coach.
This team could be loaded depending on who we sign. Who we resign.
Who you resign.
Yeah. This team, and I'm well aware of the salary cap and how you can't go over it. But I just say the mind of a mastermind of Mr. Jones. Find the loophole, Stephen.
And really, that's really when you have the best front office.
Yes.
Is they make some things happen. Like, how the hell did they do that?
Yes.
So I think that's what everyone's crying for.
And you can do it, but at some point you're going to pay for it. That's what I'm pointing out.
If I'm 70 years old and things ain't changed, I ain't worried about that.
Hey, wait. So what are the Rams worried about? They sold their soul
and
to
they
get
paid for it,
and they got the Super Bowl though.
All right, but
they're back in the hunt now.
San Francisco sold their souls, and look where they're at right now.
Injury guy.
They ain't excuse me.
Injury guy.
Injuries
got us too.
Yeah.
Got them and got us.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Rams sold and was down for 2 years. That's why I'm thinking.
What if you
But
sell
it's worth it. It's worth it if you to be down for 2 years.
If you make it.
If you make what?
If you win the Super Bowl.
If you win it.
It ain't no if with them. They did it, and they were down, and they back.
Okay, there are probably 1 out of 10 that pulled it off.
Okay, Mickey, we're in a new era.
Okay, so you're okay after winning that Super Bowl that you don't have any more winning seasons for, say, 4 years.
Yeah.
You okay?
I think I might be.
Man, you cutting it close down.
I think I might be.
Bruh.
If you hadn't won in 20 years.
But what if you don't and you sold your soul?
But
like,
you said
like last year?
Or this year?
I'm telling you right here. You have a better chance of selling out for a Super Bowl than all of these smart people saying, hey, just lose and get first-round picks for the next 6 years.
Well, I don't.
So, I mean, Mick, it's that what they call it, 6 in one hand, half dozen.
It's got to work.
Which one would you like, Mick?
It's got to work.
No, which one?
I'm saying, what are the percentages of it working?
Mick, I don't know, Mick, and you got a great point and a great argument. But the question I'm asking you.
We can
go to break. Let's go to break because I have a question for you on your show. Mickey Shots.
And we're going to continue with this
Rain and
Christmas
tequila, man. You better
Eve edition of Mick Shots on DallasCowboys.com.
What is that apple? What is that apple? Whatever they drink.
Crown apple.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Cowboys football and Miller Lite. What a pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going way past postgame. Sunday night overtimes followed by Monday morning swagger. Brisket in the smoker. Miller Lite in the cooler. America's team playing America's greatest sport. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Back to Mick Shots.
The Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes players who do so much more on the field, both on and off the field, and in the community. Help Dallas Cowboys nominee Zach Martin raise funds for the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation by casting your charity challenge vote on NFL.com/Man of the Year or tweet your support using the hashtag WPMOY Challenge. Voting ends on January 6th. Vote for Zach.
That's Zach Martin now.
That's Zach Martin, baby.
That's Zach Martin. That's my boy. Now that's Zach Martin, the president, the butcher, baby, from Bakersfield. Slaying things.
Is that where he's from?
Nah, I just made that up. That's about a movie. That comes out of a movie. Bakersfield. You know, California has a Bakersfield.
He was
now, Mickey has made a choice off air.
Yes.
Which way he would like to go, the quick fix or the process. And I told him about the Philadelphia 76ers, and he said he want to go with the quick fix.
Yeah.
He just changed his mind right there.
And I asked him about the New York Mets, too.
Oh, my. It doesn't work. Only thing that works.
And you can lease in those sports money whip.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This one, you can't.
But the only thing that works is what Will McClay has been trying to do, and that's find out what his coordinators and position coaches want in a player and try to present the best player before them.
Right.
The only problem we have is 31 other teams trying to get those players. That's the only problem you have.
So right now, because I know you get tired of hearing people, lose and get a better draft
Nah, I ain't
choice.
about that.
Yeah, I know. The Cowboys right now would draft number 14.
I don't care. Get the best player.
So I'm saying at 14, there's a lot of teams that are a lot worse than the Cowboys are. So this idea about losing to help your draft choice, it's only going to be a couple spots. It ain't going to make any difference.
They act as if you only have so many good players out there in the first round.
My favorite tour guide.
And so that's what I don't understand. It's like you can't get the first player, so then the whole season, the whole draft is shot.
Give these people a hand. They came out in the rain to come take a
you
tour.
Ain't lying. How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all could have waited on a better day to come out here. No. Man, but go ahead on Everest. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what the hell
we were talking about draft choices.
Draft choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there only just one good draft choice in the first round?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they kill me with this. The Chicago fans upset because they're not getting. Was some team that was upset that they weren't getting the first pick in the draft. The first pick is the only good pick in the first round.
Well, Carolina did that to get the first
pick,
and then they gave up the first pick the next year.
I mean, come on, man! It's so ridiculous to chase that rainbow.
And can I give you an example of what you just said? The Bears, 5 years ago, got a top pick. They got rid of the quarterback, y'all. This year, they got another top pick. I listen to the people in Chicago. They upset, not only with the coach, but the new coach and the quarterback.
And the new quarterback.
I'm like, come on. Around here, I say, now, y'all, if we change coaches and we da-da-da and this, I say, the system change. I say, are you as an announcer or a talking head going to come on and say, hey, y'all, be patient. This is what you go through when you have a new defensive coordinator, a new offensive coordinator. Hey, if y'all wanted this guy from this place, well, he don't run the same system. Right. So, first of all, do you have the players that are smart enough and talented enough to? So, the question when I talk to people on the street, when I go to asking these questions, they go from I watched the all 22 intelligence list to Don't be come on, man. Think about what's transpiring here. You know what? Let me be quiet.
Well, let's what they want to happen is kind of like what happened back in '89.
Yeah.
Just sell the team. Well, of course, they're not doing that, but you got an entirely new staff, basically entirely new players. That was easy to do then,
right?
Because first of all, we were only 1-50. Well, 3-13. 3-13. That
it don't matter. It was more. We didn't get more than 3 wins.
Yeah,
7 and 8.
Went to 7 and 8 after
and then
that.
7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
7 and 9. Is that right?
And so, it's easy to do that then. That's warranted to do that then because that's where we were. These guys seem to be rebuilding in the middle of a season.
Yes, sir. Soft rebuild.
That's crazy.
Yes.
They're getting better as the chips are down. When we still have a emaciated roster.
Yes.
And so, those kind of things
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
What's emaciated?
I think I said it right.
You lost me. What does it mean?
It wasn't
Mick?
emancipated. It's
emancipated.
What does that mean, Mick? Because
it's stretched to the bare bones.
Okay, Lord, jeez, that sounded like something terrible, man. Like you were lining folks up against a wall or something.
He's the next Mark Jones, the guy that did the SMU game. How many big 5 words did he use? He used a word I think I've never heard in a football game, right? And I said, okay, I know you got a great vocabulary, right?
But you're not talking to the great vocabularies of the world.
That's right.
They're not listeners. Right.
So you're not. I'm like, do we know this ain't Bill sitting over here?
Anyway, now that we know what that means, and I guess I said it correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have, we're not in the same position to where we can just strip the entire team.
Right.
Now you have to be very creative, and you got to be smart and strategic on who you keep and why you keep them and how you keep them.
Okay, so having said that, and it is Christmas Eve, I want you guys to each give the Cowboys one present going forward.
Keep Mike McCarthy.
Just one.
Keep Mike McCarthy.
Okay. Everson.
Keep Al Harris.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you on both of these. And my gift would be somebody that can lay hands on this team and get it healthy.
Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is pray, Mick. That can happen.
Yeah.
That can happen right away, bro. That's easy.
That's
right
not
there.
a wish.
What
That's
me and Walls
prayer.
want can be hard. But what you want, we're heavily.
Prayer is easy.
Yeah.
Prayer is
Let's
easy.
go upstairs and start a prayer group.
Yeah.
Right?
Grab Mr. Jones and probably set him
Because
on
you know what? I watch these other games, and when I see San Francisco playing, it's all about, well, they've had all these injuries this year. No one says that about this team.
No, they don't.
And they don't
And
consider.
you're sitting here with a backup quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, so it's obvious right there.
You got a backup quarterback. You got backups at defensive end. This past game, and it worked.
So what you saying?
2 backups at linebacker.
So what you saying? This team is emaciated.
So the title for this show is going to be Emaciation
of the Cowboys.
Emaciation versus emancipation.
That's
But
right.
I want to say this right quick. Like, when we stripped down the team, or when Mr. Jones and stripped down the team back in the day, the first 2.5 years, all we heard was send him back to Miami.
Yep.
We don't need no dude from Arkansas.
Yep.
I mean, they was ripping Mr. Jones.
First year was really bad.
I'm like, hold on now. I was here when you wanted Coach Landry out of here.
Yeah.
Talking about the game is passing by.
Yep.
Fans are never going to be satisfied because they pay their money for winning, and I understand that. But understand this right here. Ownership. I've heard the Steelers say this, and I heard the Ravens management team say this, especially when Ozzie was with the Ravens. I don't draft according to what the fans need.
Yeah.
I draft according to what this team needs to be better.
That's
Never draft. We don't care what the fans think because the fans are going to be there when you turn this thing around to win. I'm telling you.
That's why, and I said this yesterday, I give the fans at that game Sunday night credit for the way they supported a team that just got 4 hours early eliminated for the playoffs.
Hey, and that team gave them all they had.
Right.
They were busting these guys up.
And they appreciated
And
what
they
saw.
showed it on
right?
the field.
Yeah.
They showed it on the field.
And I think there's something to be said.
They've been listening to me.
For those people, right?
Yeah, they've been listening.
You probably had 90,
talk about listening to him.
Yeah.
93,000
Two
people
things
were
the
listening
Cowboys
to
have
you.
done on this little stretch.
That's right.
Two things they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned one, time of possession.
That's right.
And what I always mention, our penalties and mistakes have gone down.
And no turnovers, bro.
And no turnovers.
No turnovers.
Mistakes,
and
lack
got
of mistakes.
Takeaways
Yes.
in bundles these last 5 games. So they've gone.
It started with the time of possession. That's when it really
the only
started
thing that I'm disappointed
getting our feet up on us.
the only thing that I'm really disappointed in about this season is Parsons said he'll sign for 30. I don't know why Jerry didn't knock his house down trying to get him signed.
Yeah. Words are cheap. Should have ran right over
who
there
that
with
knocking
the
at the door? That Mr. Jones. Hey.
Here's your 30.
It's all guaranteed. 4 years.
You said I don't need 40.
Yeah.
It's documented.
Yeah.
Everyone heard you.
Yes. Boy, his agent probably just.
Yeah, you know what his agent
curled up and said, Lord, this kid not signing for a podcast.
He's too honest. He's too honest. He's too real.
It's one thing, and everybody jumped on it. And I'm sitting there going, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do it, right?
Oh, man.
I am so happy for this team, and I am. But y'all know my only goal this offseason. Don't tell me who we didn't sign. Mm-hmm. Tell me how many have we signed. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I want to know.
Get them back. That'll help the future. It'll help to get injured guys back. And, there's no guarantees that it's all going to work out. With DeMarvie and Overshown.
Right. That's what I keep telling folks.
What Trayvon Diggs, by the way.
That's what I keep telling folks. And we still got the kid we lost in training camp.
Sam Williams.
Yeah, we don't know, is he still going to have his explosiveness? Right. That's why I continue to ruin everybody's show, including mine, with this, what I ruin y'all show with today.
Yeah.
Sign them back.
Well, you hope you can.
Yes.
And you hope those guys can come back and actually play.
So you think if I get a jersey, sign them back?
There's no guarantee either on. Now, they think Dak will be fine, right?
I'm worried about that.
But there's no guarantee.
I am worried about that.
Well, I saw him come out of the press box with all the coaches, and he didn't have his cane or nothing. He was going with the coach like, yeah. I'm like, oh, Dak up there calling plays.
The week before in Carolina, he was still on crutches.
Yeah, but this week he wasn't. He was going, yeah. I'm like, what? Like, Dad, what's up, baby? What's up? Throw me a meal.
He could barely walk up the stairs.
Well, they got elevators here. Carolina need to upgrade.
At the airport?
Yeah, Carolina, Washington. Man, y'all ought to be I'm glad y'all voted on y'all stadium. Move it back to RFK. Because that dump y'all built was worse than the dump you got out of.
It's horrible, bro. I heard it's horrible.
Man, they can't you know how they flush all the toilets at once? They had a major backup, and it ain't been right since.
Reminds you of both of you, the final game in '89 when the toilets froze at Texas State.
Oh,
man.
Wow. That was a perfect end.
Should have stayed in South Dallas,
perfect
Mr. Schramm.
Perfect end to a perfect season.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, man. Thank you, G-Man.
Merry Christmas.
G-Man.
Good to have you
Who
guys
y'all coach,
with
Everson?
us.
Joseph. Mick Joseph.
What? Oh, Grambling. Boy, you can change gears in a hurry, can't you?
That's why they don't like me. That's why they're trying to get rid of me on my show.
He's trying to get me. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. You need to give him a Christmas gift. Donate about $3 billion.
They need NIL money,
yes,
right?
Sir.
All right. We'll be back Thursday here on Mick Shots. Hopefully everybody
I'll be here tomorrow.
Great Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day. And don't listen to Nate all the time. We'll see you on Thursday. Take care.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?